Welcome back to the channel, and for the final Tarkir Dragonstorm commander deck, without any special order, this one is the final one that I'm opening, the Abzan armor, where you will play defenders and turn toughness into power. So that's a kind of unique deck that I think I'd never seen before in other commander decks or decks made by people, which is batting on defenders and walls, etc., and then turning them into attacking creatures with a high power. So let's see how the deck is built. And the commanders is Felothar, and there's a dragon there, Betor, which are the two figures you see here on the box. Let's see what is inside. By the way, if you're looking for the other commander decks from Tarkir Dragonstorm, just to redirect you to the playlist of Magic that I have, where you will see all the other content and as well as previous commander decks. So there's the sentence, the secret sentence for this deck. Show the true spirit of the Abzan. I'm not sure what that means, the true spirit of the Abzan. Is the true spirit of the Abzan attacking with defenders? If that's so, then you'll see it in this deck. So inside this kind of box, you have this deck, smaller deck box that you can save or store your deck, the tokens, sleeve deck, that's very cool. Then you have this thing that comes with the deck here. There's a collector booster sample pack that will open. Don't forget to punch out these counters here to store them as well. And let's see if I was lucky. In previous decks, I felt I was very lucky with the Mox Jasper, the Crater Hoof. Yes, so let's see this time. For the last time, if luck is with me. Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. I'm not sure about the amounts of values. And there's a Dirger Island Dragon. You tell me in the comments. I'll check the values later. Then there's the deck, and there's this piece of paper that comes with the decks, where you have some information about the deck itself, the strategy, the commander rules. Then if you open, you have this piece of lore that tells you a little bit about the two commanders. So Felothar the Steadfast, as a loyal officer of the Dragon Lord Dramoka. Felothar never questioned her orders, but after becoming separated from her unit during a battle, Felothar encountered the wandering warrior spirit Anafenza. Lots of names there. I have no clue what I'm talking about. Anafenza's knowledge of forbidden warrior spirit, knowledge of forbidden ancestral magic intrigued Felothar, kindling a fire of rebellion that led her to completely reject Dramoka's doctrine. Branded as a traitor, Felothar fled with other defectors until eventually forming the core of the rebellion against the Dragon Lord. She valiantly defended Dramoka and subdued several ancestral Maelstorms. Oh, that's the kind of card that I got here, the Maelstorm. Solidifying her official promotion to Khan by the newly reformed Abzan. Yeah, so too much chit-chat and no real value. I'm completely clueless. Where come the defenders? Why does she turn defenders, etc. Then the dragon. Betor was summoned from the Storm Nexus ritual. The lost and drifting spirits of the Abzan coalescent into their being. Wow. They are a manifestation of loyalty, endurance, and the desire for independence. Betor speaks of as a collective we, and operates a combined consciousness of the Abzan, past and present, leading many in the Abzan to seek out Betor for guidance. Ooh, their primary role in so there is also a second person plural, a third person plural. Role in the clan service as a link between the dead and the living, a medium for ancestral voices and their descendants. The Abzan consider Betor to be part of each of their families. Wow, this guy's important. Maybe that's why he speaks with the defenders and makes them awake. So let's see how these commanders work. By the way, you see here on the token side already, there's a simple token called wall. Wall, inkling, bird. Another wall, spider wall, inkling, bird wall. And bird insects. So insects, there must be a bee queen. There must be a bee queen here. Will that be the case? I'm betting here. Starting with the commander. So we have Felothar. Oh, so Betor is not that fellow there. That's a different thing. So Betor really looks like a dragon, and this guy's like a crocodile kind of mount. 4 mana for a 0/5. 0/5, the strongest commander out there. 0/5. 0/5. Not even the mount attacks is completely useless for attacking. Each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to their toughness rather than power. Oh, each creature, so it is included as well. So this is not a defender kind of targeting, it's each creature. But you know defenders cannot attack, right? So creatures you control can attack as long as they didn't have defender. This is a fun deck for sure. Hey, you see all defenders, and then commander goes in, and they're all attacking now with their toughness, which is always very high. And you pay 3, sacrifice another creature, you draw cards equal to the sacrificed creature toughness, which is the bomb-baiting amount. Then discard cards equal to its power, which is normally 0, 0, 0. The funny thing is that if you turn a creature, oh no, you don't turn a creature, you don't exchange this, you simply do the damage with the toughness. Because if you swap this and it becomes a 5/0, that means the creature would die immediately, right? So it's not the case happening here. It's deals damage with toughness. It's like the wall goes there, and then slams like boom. So it's their body, their resistance, like boom, damaging. Maybe it's not that, but that's the way I picture it, and just to help you understand what's happening here. And on the other side, we have this 5 guy, flying, lifelink, 3/5, and then at the beginning of your end step, put a number of +1/+1 counters on top of one other target creature you control equal to the amount of life you gain this turn. Life gain here. Return up to 1 target creature card with mana value less than equal to the amount of life you lost this turn from the graveyard to the battlefield. So on your end step, losing life. Okay, so yeah, Betor, that's why they said Betor speaks with the dead and the living, etc. So he goes to the graveyard and brings creatures, but also gives +1/+1 to other creatures. Not sure how this works. It depends on how the deck is built, because I'm picturing that this deck is defenders, right? So not sure how you will force losing life on your turn. Yeah, but let's figure it out. And we start with the Protector of the Wastes, which is another white dragon. When it enters or becomes monstrous, you exile 2 target artifacts. Reunion of the House, sorcery. Sorcery to get creatures back. Whenever a creature you control enters, target opponent loses life equal to the difference between that target powers and its toughness. Okay. Powerful enchantment for the defenders. Hey, you see, I'm just putting this 0/8 defender. Oh, what's the difference here? Let me do the math. Oh, it's 8 between power and toughness. So that means that, so you take 8 on your face. That's it. Yeah. Target opponent. Yeah, so it's on your face. Sacrifice a creature. When you do, all creatures get whatever is that, but creature's toughness. Also good. Oh, I'm just gonna sacrifice this wall here and everything gets -5, but my wall survive. Will of the Abzan. So every deck has this Will of the, and we can see more of this clan here, how they look, the kind of environment they have around. So this is where the elephant people also live. Arbor Adherent. Creature, dog druid, gives mana. Gives X mana of 1 color, where X is the greatest toughness among other creatures you control. On the 4th turn only. Wow, wow, wow. Remember that 0/8? So now this guy gives me 8 mana. Canopy Gargantual. So far no walls. So far no walls. No defenders. So that's something. And no sacrificing life. I think this deck should have a big upgrade out there. Flying Ward at the beginning of your keep, put the number of +1s equal on each creature you control equal to the creature's toughness. What? At the beginning of your keep, put a number of +1 counters on each other creature you control equal to the creature's toughness. Oh man, this is really powerful. And then this escalates, right? This escalates. Because then after on the turn after, it's just 7, just 7. But then after it will like composite interest, right? It's putting +1s on top of the +1s you already put. Rampart Architect. When this creature enters or attacks, you create a 1/3 white wall. Oh, this is the guy that creates the tokens. The Tree of Redemption. That's a defender. 0-13! 0-13, we're talking about 0-8s and in the examples, but there's a 0-13 here. Exchange your life total with this creature's toughness. Okay, so this is like you're going to lose, and then you tap it and you exchange your life with this one. You become 13 or more. Depends if it has +1s or not. Okay. Ikra, Shidiki the Usurper. Mana Snake. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to play, you gain life equal to the toughness. Okay, that's cool. With the defenders. Baldwin, Sentry Herdmaster. Your turn, each creature signs combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Okay, we've seen that, but only for the walls, right? It's only for the walls, or I'm a bit lost here. It's now each creature signs combat damage equal to the toughness. Yeah, it's the same thing as the commander. So this may be if you change commanders, then it continues to work. When Baldwin attacks, up to 100 target creatures each get +0/+X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Okay, so this goes on top of the commander to make it even more bomb-baiting. Expel the interlopers. Choose a number between 0 and 10. Destroy all creatures with power greater or equal to the chosen number. Oh, it includes 0 because, hey, look at me. I only have walls 0 power, so everything else dies. Indomitable Ancients. Nothing special here. It's just a 2/10 that elsewhere probably doesn't work, but here works like crazy. Rocks. Fatemander. It's not the elephant, but the rhino. Monk. Lifelink, and if you would gain life, you gain twice. That's nice. Shalai, the Voice of Plenty. Your planeswalker, you planeswalkers you control, and other creatures you control have hexproof. Okay. Wakestone Gargoyle. Defender flying. Oh, it's a defender. It's a gargoyle, so it cannot attack because it's chained somewhere. Can only defend. Creatures you control with defender can attack this turn okay, the same thing. So then the chains just stretch and the creature can attack. Wall! Spirit Wall. Defender flying at the beginning of your end step. If you gain life equal to the power of... you may gain life equal to the power of target creature you control. Okay, it will give something for sure. The Welcoming Vampire. Whenever one or more other creatures you control with power 2 or less enter, draw a card. Which will be lots of them, hopefully. Zetalpa, the Primal Dawn. The Elder Dinosaur for 8 mana. This is unstoppable. Flying, double strike, vigilance, trample, indestructible. This is Zetalpa creature. Whoa. A Rasta of the Endless Web. With reach and puts spiders. Assault Formation. Each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to the toughness rather than power. The same thing. Target creature with defender can attack. The same thing. Creatures you control get... No. Yeah, so this is going to work well with the secondary commander. Hornet Nest. Oh, there it is. Not the queen, but whenever this creature is dealt damage, create that many... Oh, dealt damage. Okay. So the nest is a creature. That's strange, but... Yeah, the nest goes there, hits, and then it starts creating the flies. The 1/1 flies. Seedborn Muse, untap. Untap everything in the end of your step, of every step. That's powerful. Sylvan Caryatid. Caryatid. Defendant and X-proof, that gives mana. Towering Titan. This creature enters with X +1s. X is the toughness of other creatures you control. Sacrifice a creature with defender. All creatures get trampled. Okay, so that's close to the finisher. Anguished Unmaking. That's Markov. Sorin had created Abzan. So it was a cruelty beyond imagination, a pain beyond description, that it fell upon him to endure forever. Wow. That's an important card here. Dragon Lord Dromoka. Okay, so this was mentioned. We're now looking at the followers of these big dragons from Tarkir before, I think. This spell can be countered, left link, flying. Your opponents can cast spells during your turn. Okay, so no more. After this one enters, no more counter spell. Faber Elder, Vigilance. These creatures get +1 for each other. Create color among permanents you control. It will be just +1, right? For each color among permanents you control, add 1 mana of that color. So yeah, it will give some mana. Okay, there's another dragon here, Shadrix Silverquill. Sindar Kondo of Jamura. Flanking. He brings back flanking. Creatures your opponents control without flanking or reach can't block creatures with power. Can't block the defenders. Kolfnor's Urn. I'm gonna move a bit faster here. Staff of Completion. Destroy target permanent you own. Wow. Damn. Okay, so lots of paying life, which could be useful for the secondary commander. Weather Sentinels. 2/5 defender. This creature can attack players who attacked you during their last turn. Okay. Whenever this creature attacks, it gets +3, gains indestructible. Wow! For just 3 mana, this is very good. Defender, Vigilance, Reach, Trample. You attack me, I attack you. When this attack gets +3/+3, this is too good to be true, almost. Now, let's go forward here on the lands, the dual lands that will help the magic happen here with this 3-colored deck. And then we also have the ramp artifacts. Okay, so they just put this guy because he has a high defense, because this is not a wall. Slaughter the Strong. Each player chooses any number of creatures they control with a power 4 or less, then sacrifice the rest. Yeah, these board wipes are very targeting to power. Swords, Wall of Omens. Sorry, I have a battery notification here. Okay. Wing Mantle Chaplain. Behind the Scenes. The Blight Pile. Feed the Swarm. Infernal Gasps. Lots of removals. Another wall here. The Wall of Limbs. Whenever you gain life, put a +1. Arboreal Grazer. Axebane Guardian. Defender. Another defender. Now the defenders are showing up. Evolving Wilds. There's another defender. Jadi of Shot. Defender. Overgrown Battlement. Oh, the 3-colored land. For the Abzan. Tower Defense. It's an instant. So you can attack with all your craziness and then give this, and everyone gives 5 more damage. Oh, the Wall of Blossom, so old here. When it enters the draw card, that's an amazing card for initial hand. Everyone wishes that. Wall of Roots, Defender. Oh, you can sacrifice a bit to give 1 mana. This Spark. What's this? Indulging Patrician. Vampire cards here. Flying left link at the beginning of your end step. If you gain 3 or more life, each opponent loses 3 life. Vampires, Oars of Dex, Crashing Drawbridge. Wall. Signet. Swift Boots. Walking Bulwark. Oh, it's a defender. Until the end of the turn, target creature with defender gains haste, which could be him. Can attack as though as he didn't have defender and size combat damage equal to... Okay. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, so long explanation for everything we already know. Bajukas, and yes, we get to the final land, which are plains, swamp, forests, and that's it. Wow, for me personally, this has been a journey. This is, as I mentioned in the beginning, the 5th Tarkir Dragonstorm deck that I'm opening, the 5th one. So I'm ending that journey with this video. I hope you like it to the point that you hit that like button and consider subscribing. So if you're looking for more Magic the Gathering content, I have a full playlist dedicated to commander decks and other stuff, as well as for all the other major card games out there, and especially board games, where I have a big, huge playlist to share. If you like podcasts, I have a podcast called The Table Talks, where I'm interviewing people to get to know their projects, their profiles, and their stories, and while we play board games online. So definitely think that you'll find interesting content in the channel to consider subscribing and to be part of this community. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.